And the writer says, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report. If there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. I'm going to stop right there. And I want to use just for a moment, just bother for a little while on I won't complain.
Amen.
I won't complain. Amen. God bless you. Amen. I won't complain. A few years ago, a gospel singer by the name of Reverend Paul Jones sang a song entitled I Won't Complain. In the song he said, I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days and some sleepless nights. He went on to say, but when I look around and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days.
Yes, they do, Lord.
And I won't complain.
Amen.
Are y'all going to help me preach this thing? Brothers and sisters, the fact of the matter is that when Brother Jones wrote this song, he was dying of AIDS.
All right.
And even while he was dying from AIDS,
All right.
it still was put on his mind and heart to let the people know that he won't complain.
All right.
Brothers and sisters, the truth of it all is that it is easy for us to start complaining.
All right.
Complain about the issues and circumstances of life, the trials and the tribulations that we all have to go through. And we can do all of those things, all of this complaining, and get to the point that we forget that God is still good.
All right.
Amen. All of our complaining and becoming frustrated can and sometimes will cause us to forget that God is still good.
All right.
In our text here today, brothers and sisters, Paul does not deny that life will be filled with turmoil, trouble, tumultuous times, and tribulation. But he does identify where the mind and the heart of the believer should be.
All right.
Are y'all praying with me? Brothers and sisters, it doesn't matter what we are going through. It does not matter what we are encountering at the time that we are encountering it.
All right.
There's a place that our mind ought to be.
All right.
There's a focus that we ought to have. And one thing that I've come to realize, y'all, is that the more trouble comes your way,
Right.
the harder you ought to focus on the good things of the Lord. Listen, I got two things, and I'm going to be out of the way real quick. Are y'all praying with me? Number one, brothers and sisters, is that we got to look for the good and overlook the bad. We got to look for the good and overlook the bad. Brothers and sisters, what I have come to realize is that evil is everywhere. It does not matter where you are. Evil is everywhere. I don't care how much gospel you got playing in your car right now. I don't care. You may have woke up this morning with your mind on Jesus. Brothers and sisters, the truth of the matter is that evil is everywhere. Paul makes it plain in the 7th chapter of the book of Romans when he said, when I want to do good, evil is always around. Brothers and sisters, I just want to help somebody out today and let you know that you ain't by yourself. You are not by yourself. If you find in trouble, or trouble sometimes finds you. You ain't the only one. Yeah, baby, when I woke up this morning, I had some stuff I had to deal with, and probably tomorrow if I get up out the bed, it's going to be some stuff I got to deal with tomorrow. And if the Lord graces me to get up on Tuesday, it's going to be some stuff I'm going to have to deal with on Tuesday. If I get up on Wednesday, it's going to be some trouble that I'm going to have to deal with on Wednesday. The fact of the matter, brothers and sisters, is that evil is everywhere. Trouble is everywhere. But brothers and sisters, we cannot allow the trouble and the situations and circumstances of our life to cause us to overlook our God or limit our outreach. We must concentrate, brothers and sisters, on the good rather than on the bad. And the best way for us to do that is for us to look to Jesus. What you talking about, preacher? I'm so glad you asked. Hebrews chapter 12, verse number 2 says, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. Brothers and sisters, if Jesus, even in the face of the cross, while hanging up on the cross, being mocked and ridiculed by all that were around, was able to say, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Surely, when I encounter some trouble, I can just say, Lord, have mercy. I wish somebody help me preach this thing in here. Brothers and sisters, when it's all said and done, you got to be able to overlook some stuff that's going on in your life. And not just some stuff, you got to be able to overlook some people. I wish somebody help me preach this thing in here. Yeah, it ain't just stuff that's going to come up against you. It may be some people that's going to come up against you. But what I've come to realize, y'all, is that it ain't the people that I'm struggling with. It's the spirit that's in them folks. Because Paul, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against powers, principalities, spiritual wickedness in high places. Will somebody help me talk this thing out here and know and understand that it's just going to be some people that's going to have some stuff that's in them that's going to come up and try and rise up against you, but you got to learn how to say, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I wish y'all help me talk it out just for a little while. If I got one witness, and I'll make two, that you just come to the conclusion that no matter what it is that you're going through, you won't complain. Yeah, he says that you got to look to the good and overlook the bad. And then, brothers and sisters, this is the second point, and then I'm through. He says that we got to count our blessings and discount our losses.
All right.
Count your blessings and discount your losses. Now, here's the funny thing. Life can make us so cynical, so hard-hearted, so mean, so frustrated, so disillusioned, discouraged, and disappointed
All right.
that we do the reverse.
Okay.
We count our losses and we discount our blessings.
That was Jesus.
Okay, y'all quiet on me now. Lord have mercy. Okay, I guess I'm by myself. Even me, y'all, I have taken and in certain situations and circumstances have taken and discounted all of what it is that God has done for me and started adding up all of my losses. Yeah, I have taken and have started concentrating more on the stuff that I didn't have or the stuff that I lost. And instead of focusing on what it is that God has already done
All right.
for me. Anybody in here, and I know that I'm not by myself, that every now and then you just had to take up and instead of just focusing on the stuff that you didn't have and focusing on what it was that had been taken away from you, you just started counting your blessings. Yeah, there's some folks in here right now, you lost some jobs, you lost houses, you lost cars, you've lost friends, some relationships have walked away from you. But through it all and by the grace of God, you are still here. You may have been sick, doctors may have given up on you, doctors may have said that they don't know whatever else it is that they can do, but by the grace of the Lord, you are sitting here right now. Brothers and sisters, I have just come to the conclusion that I have to count my blessings. And every now and then that I take up, and that's what lets me sleep at night sometimes, y'all, is the fact that when I get to thinking about all of the things that the Lord has done for me, I can lull myself to sleep when I think about how it is that he woke me up this morning, how he started me on my way. He took up and he saw me through the day. He gave me a reasonable portion of health and strength. He put me in my right mind. Now, I may not be able to eat what it is that I want to eat, but I got something to eat. Okay, y'all still ain't talking back with me in here. No, I ain't got $1 million in my pocket, but I got enough money to make some ends meet. I wish somebody would say something in here to me. I ain't driving what I want to drive, but I thank God that I got me a little putt that's going to get me from point A to point B. No, I ain't got no mansion with 1 million rooms and 1,000,001 bathrooms, but I got something with 4 walls, a roof, and a door that I can turn and lock at night. I wish somebody would talk to me here today. No, I ain't got that CEO job that I've been hoping and praying for, but I thank God that he gave me a job that'll provide a check on Friday. He says, somebody in here that is just not, that just know when you to count up your blessings. I got to start counting my blessings. Listen, y'all, don't sit up there and discount the God that you say you serve. One thing that I've come to find out is that I read through the word and I see where it is that he was able to do it for the folks back then. And if he can do it for a whole group of people who didn't care for him or love him anyway, certainly I know he can do it for little old me. He kept Israel while they was in bondage. He kept them while they were in the wilderness. And he kept them. If he's able to do it for them, certainly God is able. He can do it for me. And let me tell you like this, he ain't just able to do it for me, baby. He can do the same thing for you too. Yeah, David said, I was young, but now I'm old, but I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. I wish somebody to help me. Listen, I may not have had a whole lot of stuff. I done been a lot of places and I've seen a lot of things, but one thing that I can definitely tell you is that as long as I've been on the Lord's side, He has not allowed me or let me go without. Hallelujah. You got something to be thankful for. And listen, let me tell you like this. Listen, I know that a lot of folks are going through. The news said that 9 million people, over 9 million people, have been diagnosed with coronavirus. 240,000 people have died from corona. 30 million people are unemployed. As of last week, 750,000 more folks were added to the unemployment numbers. And yet, brothers and sisters, God has still been keeping us. Kids ain't been able to go to school. You may not be working the way it is that you want to work. And yet, some kind of way, God has still been good. Coronavirus may have affected everybody else's house. But you ought to be thankful to God that it ain't touched your house. I'm so grateful and glad that while stuff is happening around me, God has not allowed for things to happen to me. Yeah, the struggle may be real. But baby, let me help you and tell you that even though the struggle is real, you ain't got to go through the struggle by yourself. Oh, y'all too quiet for me in here today. Even though you may be going through your situations and your circumstances, God is standing right there by your side, helping, leading, and guiding you all the way through. So that's why, brothers and sisters, we have to get our minds set in a place where we are going to count our blessings and not count up our losses. Yeah, you may have lost a whole lot of stuff, but thanks be to God that He specializes in replacing and restoring whatever has been lost. Brothers and sisters, if we keep our minds stayed on Jesus, He is able to keep us in perfect peace. Have I got a witness in here today? Is there somebody in here that's got a made up mind that you will not complain? I started talking about that song, I Won't Complain. He said he won't complain because God has been good to me. He's been better to me than this whole world or you could ever be. Can I tell y'all something interesting here? Is that sometimes some of the stuff that y'all give me, you can want to take it back from me. But I'm so glad that no good thing will the Lord withhold from me. Brothers and sisters, God has been good. Is there anybody in here today that know beyond a shadow of a doubt that God has been good? When you look back over your life and see what the Lord has brought you from, He's brought you over some hills, He's brought you over some mountains, He's brought you through some valleys. Okay, I guess I'm by myself. He's seen you through some hard days. He's seen you through some rough times. Is there anybody in here? Is there anybody in here today that know beyond the shadow of a doubt that has seen them through, has seen them through some trials. He's seen you through some tribulations. He's seen you through your circumstances, and he's seen you through your situations. I stopped by today to tell you that no matter what it is that you're going through, don't complain, but begin to thank God. You gotta get off Complaining Avenue and get on Thank You Boulevard. Is there somebody here? Is there somebody here? You may have found yourself in a bad situation, and all you wanted to do was complain about it. But I double dog dare you, before you start complaining, you want to lift up your hands and tell the Lord thank you. Tell him thank you. In spite of it all, in spite of what you're going through, he's still been good. In spite of your tears, in spite of your circumstances, God has still been good. You may have had to cry yourself to sleep last night, but that's all right, because I know Jesus will fix it. He will fix it. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be next week, it may not be next month, but sometime, y'all, we get in after a while mode. Jesus will fix it after a while. Is there somebody here that know like I do? You know beyond the shadow of a doubt that the Lord will fix it. Have I got a witness in here? I want to leave y'all now. I gotta go out of here, but I want to leave you with a little story I heard. There once was a little girl who was doing a story in the school newspaper about her favorite teacher. He had a debilitating disease, but he still showed up every day for work. He still showed up with a smile on his face. She went to her teacher and asked her teacher, what is it that keeps you going? What is it that keeps you holding on? I see you come in sick. I see you come in hurt. I see you come in pain. And yet and still, you keep a smile on your face. You show up every day. He said to the little girl, he told the little girl, with the help of the Lord, and the Lord keeps getting me up, I'm going to keep going on. With the help of God, I'm never going to give up. And that's what I want to leave y'all with. With the help of God, don't give up. You have the help of the Lord. If you keep on reading down in this 4th chapter of Philippians, Paul says, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Have I got a witness in here? Somebody in here today, you may have felt like giving up. You may have felt like throwing in the towel, but I just want to tell you, with the help of the Lord, you can make it. With the help of the Lord, just hold on. Don't give up. Hang on in there. Your payday is on the way. Good evening now, y'all, and very well. I gotta get out of here, but before I go, stretched him wide. He hung his head. For me and you he died. They laid him down in a borrowed tomb. He stayed right there for 3 long days. But early, shout early, say early. On that 3rd day morning, he got up with all power in the palm of his hand. Brothers and sisters, I know that you can complain, but don't complain. You got reason to complain, but don't complain. Why? Because God has been too good. God has been too good. And when you think about all of the stuff that God has done for you, when you think about it, it ought to outweigh your bad days. It ought to outweigh your sleepless nights. And regardless to whatever, I won't complain. Amen. God bless you and God keep you. The doors of the church is open. 70 member Christian Experience candidate for baptism.